Hi, and welcome to the Chapter 8 Using QuickBooks for Payroll video. I'd like to begin by talking over some of the primary objectives of Chapter 8, and as I did before, I'm going to go through these by looking at the Develop Your Skills exercises and a quick reference that precedes each of those skills, because it gives you a better kind of a feel for what the chapter is trying to do. And I'll fill in some things that hopefully will make it even clearer. The Develop Your Skills exercises in Chapter 8 are shown on the front page of the chapter. One of the key points to remember about the Develop Your Skills exercises in this chapter, which is unusual and unlike other chapters, is that the first two are working on a certain subject. They're working on the subject of how you do payroll if it is being done, if it's been performed by an outside payroll service. And you are simply then recording the various pieces of information into the computer system that were produced by the payroll service. So the first two do-it-yourself exercises are working with a separate file which has the payroll not set up, and it's just assuming that you are entering the information in a standard QuickBooks setup. The remaining 6 exercises use a different file. It has a -PR in the name, and these are done as if you were performing the payroll on your own, without the assistance of an external payroll service. And these files use this -PR because it actually has payroll turned on. And as you remember from reading the text, in QuickBooks, all except the very most basic manual use for payroll, all of the other modes require that you subscribe to the payroll service from QuickBooks. So this is a set of files that has the payroll set up as if you had subscribed to it. And the first one is Manage the Employees List. It's exercise DYS 8.1, and it's on page 330. The second one is Input from Outside Payroll Services, exercise 8.2, on page 336. So the third exercise is Set Up QuickBooks to Run Payroll. It's the DYS exercise 8-3 on page 343. And this one deals with starting to set up payroll for doing it yourself rather than having it done by an outside service. The fourth one is Set Up Payroll Taxes 8-4 on page 347. And this exercise deals with setting up some of the liability accounts and the expense accounts that relate to payroll taxes. One of the things you'll notice if you look carefully at the payroll section is that a payroll transaction involves probably the largest number of files of any kind of transaction you would normally make. Creating a payroll check involves debiting and crediting a large number of files. Paying off payroll taxes involves multiple files. The next exercise is Create Paychecks, exercise 8-5 on page 353. And this one you actually get to practice with paying a paycheck. The next one is Track and Pay Payroll Liabilities on exercise 8-6 on page 358. The next one is Deal with Payroll Errors. This gives you a chance to look at how you correct a payroll transaction that might have been done in error. And then the last one is Process Payroll Forms and Reports, and this is DYS 8-8 on page 367. And this one deals with the various reports that relate to looking at payroll information. The first assessment that you will experience in the module is the quiz. It is like all the other quizzes we've had so far. It has 2 true and false questions and has 3 multiple choice. This one, like the last one you did after the midterm, only gives you 1 attempt at the quiz. So all future quizzes will be very much like the midterm exam, where you have only 1 chance to answer a question. It requires that you pay more attention, that you get the correct answer, that you do some careful looking, that you set it up so that you can go back and forth between the quiz and your ebook. When you finish the quiz, you will see the correct and incorrect answers you've entered. The second assessment in the module is your homework assignment, and it's supposed to read Chapter 8, and after you've read it, you will complete the Apply Your Skills sections 8.1, 8.2, and 8.3 on pages 372 through 374. Do not do Apply Your Skills section 8.3, step 5. This one calls for you to print checks, and you do not have to print the checks. And do not do Apply Your Skills section 8-4. So you're doing 8.1, 2, and 3. You're not doing the last step of 8.3, and you're not doing 8.4. When you complete these steps, go to the following menu, Reports/Banking, and then select the Check Detail Report. The Check Detail Report. Set the report date to 6/30/16 as the start date and 6/30/16 as the end date. This will print only that one day. The following is the Chapter 3 checksum values for this report. These are also shown in the actual assignment. The U.S. Treasury check payroll liabilities amount, the value is $1,074.03. And the same U.S. Treasury check, the company paid taxes, is $733.72. Now, if your report does not produce these values, you've made an error, and you should continue working until you achieve the correct results. Review the report, narrow all the columns such that they are as narrow as possible, and such that the text is fully visible in each column. So it's a very careful balance between narrowing it as much as you can, but not narrowing it too much. Then you click on the menu Print/Print as PDF and name the report Chapter 8 Checks.pdf. When you view the resulting PDF file of your report, you'll see that it should show on one page. If it doesn't show, if it laps over into the second page, then you need to go back and adjust the column widths even more. And then you submit the assignment, and you do this the normal way by uploading it on the assignment page, and be sure that the file was created as a PDF. The last thing that I want you to do in the module is, as usual, is under the discussion section for comments and feedback. So it's Chapter 8, comments and feedback. And I want you to share with me and other students any comments, questions, or suggestions that you might have relating to any of the tasks in this module. As I said before, I read all of these and reply to those that require a reply. I see that they are often valuable hints that people have learned from doing the exercise that they share with the other students. This was particularly useful, I think, in the midterm, when some people talked about the fact that there was plenty of time to do the 30 questions, and I think other people who came along were probably a little bit relieved to feel they wouldn't be under a great time pressure. I want to thank you for watching this video, and good luck with the module.